Hey guys, did you like my unnecessary intro? My little slow-mo? Anyways, welcome back. As you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be just showing you how I curl my hair and just like basic hair care. What I use, what I don't use, what I do, what I don't do, and actually I don't do a lot. So yeah, well, this video will be interesting to see. So if you want to see how I got this hair, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first thing that I do is I just separate. I only do my hair in like 3 layers. So I do like a little bit above my ear, put a little bun on my head, whatever, it doesn't matter, you can use a clip, whatever. And then I'll bring all of the hair to the front. And the curling iron that I use is this Infinity Pro by Conair. And it's just has the settings here on the side. I usually put it, I don't know what the heat, there's hair on it, just I don't know what the actual degrees are, but it goes all the way to 30, and I go up to 30. If you have like thinner hair, I wouldn't suggest to go up that high with the heat. I use such a high heat because my hair is thick and it can take the heat. Like, it needs it to do what it needs to do. So yeah, if you have thinner hair, just use a lower setting, so that way you're not burning your hair off completely. So anyways, if you can see my hair naturally, this is my natural hair. I've showered. I actually shower at night. That's one of my tips. Well, basically just what I do is when I do wash my hair, I wash it at night and then I let it air dry overnight. So you really try not to use the blow dryer on it. I used to do that a lot and I just don't anymore. Like, I just shower at night. So if your hair is like kind of wavy, you can run the curling iron over it a few times. And then if you see, I'm just kind of wrapping it up. I'm curling away from my face. And then I always just leave a little bit out on the ends because I kind of want it to have more of a wavy look rather than a straight up curl. And I'm sorry you can't see the bottom of my hair, but I'll back up in a minute. So like I said, just leave a little bit out. I should have left a little bit more than that, but it's okay. And then the sections I'm taking are usually like pretty big, like an inch to inch and a half to 2 inches. And then this is just the end of my hair. So really I only used about 4 curls on that. So once they come out, I just leave them like this for a minute. I just let them kind of set in their way. I'm gonna pull it over onto the other, or go over to the other side. So anyways, I do recommend, I'm sure you've all heard that you should only wash your hair like every few days. So it just depends for me. I think, like, I washed mine last night, and I think the time that I washed it before that was like, it had been like 3 days, maybe even 4. And I do shower. Okay, don't get me wrong, I wash my body, but I just don't wash my hair because you know, it needs the your scalp produces like natural oils that are good for your hair and your scalp. So yeah, just try not to wash your hair every day. I know it's hard when you are like working out or it's summertime, especially summertime, because I get really like, I'm a sweaty girl. And yeah, so my scalp and my hair get really sweaty. But if that's the case for you, that's what dry shampoo is for. And I'll show you how to use that too if you've never used that and what brand I used. Okay, so I got the bottom layer done. And then you're just going to grab another, I just grab like the crown part of my hair up here. I've always done it this way, even when I had shorter hair. I do the same thing. just part it and then bring all the hair to the front. Just gonna kind of get these kinks out. Usually hold it for like 5 seconds maybe. When I'm in a rush, I only do like 2 seconds, but if you see like kinks in your hair, if you like these, I like that stuff to be smooth, like up at the root, by the root. I don't like the kinks in there, so I'll just pull my cutting iron through those. And this is like the second layer, so this layer doesn't show very much, so I don't worry about it too much. It's the top layer that you want to worry about as far as like getting those kinks out by your scalp. Okay, let's do this last layer here. And this layer is always like the most work for me because when I sleep on my hair, this is what happens to it. It just like pops up at the root. Looks all weird, but I'm gonna show you how to fix that without using a straightener. Also, as you get higher up, you can do your curls, like the section of your curls, smaller. This is gonna make it have more body. So if you like the bottom layer, you want to do like the thicker curls, like grab more hair, and then as you go up each layer, just make the amount of hair that you grab a little bit smaller than the first layer, and this will create a lot of volume for you in your hair. I do have long layers in my hair. They're not, I have some layers, but they're long, and I cut those into my own hair. I haven't been for a haircut in like 2 years because I just cut it myself. If you guys want to see how I do that, let me know. I'll do a video on trimming your own hair. I know it's kind of scary, but I feel like I cut my hair better than when I go to a salon. So with my bangs here, you see I just kind of grab them and pull them out, give them body. And I'm going to show you how to fix that once I do this other side. So yeah, less is really more, I think. I don't even, you could probably, I mean, I probably should use a heat protectant spray, which I do have one before I curl, but I really don't notice a difference. For me personally, I don't put too much products in my hair either. As you can see, I don't hairspray it after I'm done. I know certain type of hair, like hair types, you do have to, I mean, you just have to, because they won't hold a curl without it. But if you do choose to put hairspray in your hair, I would suggest using like a light aerosol one, nothing too harsh. I used to put so many products in my hair, and yeah, I've noticed that like when I stopped, and basically I just stopped out of like pure laziness. Like I just didn't have time to do all that. But I noticed that my hair was like a lot better and healthier when I did. So I try not to even put like really anything. I don't put any serums, I don't put any oils in it, because the natural oils in your hair, like I said before, are really good for it. That's why you need to let it have those days in between. And then the trickiest part is always my freaking thick ass bangs. So I'll usually do these in parts. And let me get a little bit closer because I'm basically using my viewfinder as a mirror right now. So if you have like longer bangs like this, I usually just split them into sections. And I don't like them curled. I just like them like straight with a little bit of body. You just grab it, pull it out. Okay, I'm gonna also show you a trick if you want like a lot of volume in your bangs. You can just grab, I'll take that out. And look, my bangs are so uneven. I know I need to trim them. But what you do is you grab your curling iron, start from the root. See how I have it right up there at the root? That's where all the body needs to be at. Pull it out. Get that heat on the whole thing. Grab it here and roll it under like you would have like a curler in there. Get a bobby pin, any type will do. And then I just pin it. And I know it looks so weird. But if you pin it up like this and let it cool off, that'll put a lot of body into your bangs. Looks so weird. I look like one of those 50s chicks. Like, while that's cooling off, let me just tell you what current products I do use in my hair. So to wash, I use this. Oh, it's upside down. I mean, like, really, like, why? I'm always holding stuff upside down. Okay, this is the L'Oreal Extraordinary Clay Rebalancing Shampoo. And then also they have a Extraordinary Clay hair mask. So they're the ones that do the face clay masks, and they actually do these for your hair. Well, just this one. So this, I actually have another video on it if you want to go watch it. But basically just explains that that line of hair care is for when you have oily roots but really dry ends. And I was having that problem after I had put these highlights in my hair. I did do these highlights on my own, in my own hair. But after I did that, the bottoms were so dry and dead that I had to use that, and I love it. It like saved my hair for real. So this feels pretty. And then take it out and ba-bam! That gives you a lot of volume if you like that look. I mean, some people don't. Oh, and then let me just show you. See how these hairs are sticking up? I mean, you could leave it if you like that, but what I do, instead of having to like go and plug in my flat iron and all that, I will just use the flat part of this and I'll just run it over these spots that are popping up, and just be really gentle. Don't burn your scalp. And then make sure it's like laying the way that you want it to lay before you run your iron out. I mean, like, my line is not even straight, I know. This is just how my hair goes and it's fine with me, but if you want a straight line, you can straighten it out first. So yeah, if you see, now it's just a little bit flatter up there. Yeah. Once I get the curls done, I don't like them to be all like curly Sue like this. Sorry, let me adjust my... So what I do is I just flip. Let's get my chair back here. I'll just flip my hair over and just run your fingers through it. Run your fingers just lightly. Get all those curls, like those curls out. And there you go. Once it's over, you can just run your fingers through it again. And that is it. That's all I do. Like I said, I try to use minimal product. I don't, overload it with product because it's just not good for your hair, honestly. I mean, I know a lot of products claim they do this and that, and I'll try it here and there, but I really just try not to really do anything to it. I let it air dry. I don't blow dry it. I curl it, and when I curl it, like, usually, like how I said, I don't wash it every day. I'll just put it up in a bun at night and just, wear it like that on top of my head, and then the curls basically stay in there, and then the next day I just go through with curling iron and curl places that kind of came out. Okay, and then these are the dry shampoos that I use. I personally like the Batiste one better. And this is just like a little smaller size that I got at Ulta. This is the Tresemme Fresh Start. This one, it says there's no visible residue, which there still kind of is. Having black hair and then spraying this white stuff on it, I mean, it shows. But once it does, I'm going to insert a clip of like how I did it. I used it yesterday before I washed my hair. Like I put it on in the morning. And I'll just kind of show you what it goes on like. Basically, when you spray it on, if you have darker hair like I do and it shows up all white, you're just going to have to just use your fingers to massage it out and it'll go away. So yeah, these are really good for those in-between days when you can't wash your hair and it is getting kind of oily. Just make sure you have a good shampoo or good dry shampoo to put in there. Another thing I wanted to show you, and this is just totally optional, I'm just showing you what I do. If you have like, see my hairline here, that always bugs me, that this little hair, like it's like my hair wanted to have a widow's peak, but it didn't. Like it didn't quite get there. So if that is something that bugs you, which I mean, no, I'm sure nobody gives a flying shit about my hairline, but if that is something that bugs you, you can go in with a black shadow. This is like this is my only black shadow out of my Morphe palette that I have. But you can go in with a black shadow and just any like makeup brush, and you can just kind of like redo your hairline. And since it is powder, like, it just comes off so easily when you need it to. But yeah, that always bugs me, that little hair right there just comes down more than the rest. I mean, you don't want to go too ham. I don't want to keep going all crazy, but put a little bit on this side. So I do have thick hair, but when it comes to like my hairline, it's just all weird with my baby hairs. Yeah, there you go. You just made your hairline even. So that's just an optional thing that you can do. If it bugs you that your hairline's not straight, make it straight. I hope you guys enjoyed this hair tutorial care type of video. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I love you. I will see you next time. Bye.